What's up guys, I'm Joel Dodge. Welcome to the channel. Today I wanted to tell you guys why I'm still using Cubasis 2. Let's get into it. So guys, what made me interested in this video, making this video where I talk about Cubasis 3 is, if you've seen the last video that I posted, I was talking about my favorite apps. But if you are just getting into it, you should definitely pick up Cubasis 3 because it does have a few new features that Cubasis 2 doesn't have. I don't know if I can completely stand behind that recommendation. I just wasn't aware of a lot of what was going on. I know personally, when it first came out, I went to see what new features it was offering, and basically the two big things that stuck out to me were that you could group tracks now, so you could have one fader that controls the volume for a group of tracks. And the other thing that was interesting is that you can actually start using it on your iPhone now, and it's not exclusive to iPads anymore. So those two things were interesting, and especially the grouping faders seems like something that I would really like to use. When I thought about it, it just wasn't worth $50. That's the original reason I haven't upgraded. But there's a few other things that I've come to realize since I made that video about Cubasis 3. And the first thing that I've found that actually makes a whole lot of sense to me is that they were actually going to add a sampler into Cubasis 3. And I think that's a big part of why they did a whole revamp of the app and stuff, is because in Cubasis 2 there isn't really a good sampler. And that's actually the whole reason I've started using Beatmaker 3, is because it has a sampler built in that works really well. So hearing that, I think that if Cubasis had a good sampler in Cubasis 3, that it really would have been a game changer for a lot of people. I know personally that if it had a good sampler in there, it would probably be the only DAW that I'm using on my iPad. So what sparked my interest in looking into this and making this whole video is when I started reading the reviews of Cubasis 3. It seems that it's not just those things I was talking about, that the sampler isn't there and that it's not enough new features. It also seems that Cubasis is having a lot of technical problems, that it's glitchy and things aren't working exactly as they should inside of it. That's not everyone's experience. Some of the reviews, people really enjoy the app, but it does seem to me that there's a lot of people that have been having problems with Cubasis 3. So I thought it would be cool to share with you guys what I think are some good options instead of getting Cubasis 3. Like, how can you have your iPad still set up to be able to track things well? And so the first option is actually to buy Cubasis 2. It's only $24 right now in the App Store, and in my opinion, that's a really good price for everything you get with this app. And you're gonna have an app that's already worked through all the bugs and the kinks. The second option is to just use Beatmaker 3, and if you're not tracking anything, like recording real instruments or vocals, and you're just making electronic music, Beatmaker 3 is probably a better option for you anyway. What I've found though, it's not the easiest interface to work with if you're trying to record real audio into it. I think the third option, and this is probably what I would end up doing, is using GarageBand for your tracking stuff, but then mixing everything in Beatmaker 3, because GarageBand does have a lot of limitations when it comes to mixing your music. So guys, those are my thoughts about Cubasis 3 right now. I'll definitely do an update once things have changed, but I would love to hear what you guys are doing to work around this problem in the comments down below. But as always, die empty. I'll catch you in the next one.